Hi everyone, welcome to That Cooking Show. It's Rachel and I've got a really great recipe for you today. I'm very excited, so let's get started. Today we're making a spin off of granola bars. They're going to be a little healthier, have some more health benefits, and a really great crunch, which I know you're going to love. So over here, I have 2 cups of oats, a couple almonds snuck in there, but we're going to add those back in later, and also a 1/4 cup of coconut. I use sweetened just to get a little extra sweetness, but unsweetened is totally fine. I put that in a 350-degree oven for 10 minutes and got it a little toasty, a little brown, and it's going to add some really nice texture. So moving over here, I've got a saucepan on about medium-low heat, and I'm going to go ahead and add 1/2 cup of honey, 3 tablespoons of butter, some cinnamon, some vanilla, a little bit of brown sugar. So this is really going to help bind all of our food together, and it's just going to give it that chewy consistency that we're really looking for. So just make sure you get it all out of there. The honey can be a tiny bit sticky, so if you're finding that it sticks, add a tiny bit of Pam before you put the honey in. It'll slip right out. So that's a great little trick for you. So I got this on medium-low heat. And I have my butter sitting out for a little bit just so it wouldn't be too soft for us, so it wouldn't melt instantly, but definitely not frozen. It'll take way too long. So I'm just going to let that sit and melt for just a second. And we're going to bring our oats on over here. Now, I think I put my oven mitt away. Sure did. Alright, these are still a little bit warm. So we're going to come on over here. I got a nice big bowl, and I want to put these all in my little bowl right here. Now, I did not add my almonds into the oven with these because they were already roasted. But if you're using raw almonds, I would definitely recommend toasting them so they get some more crunch, and it really brings out the flavor. Pretty much toasting any nut is always a good idea if you're going to be cooking or baking with it. And the coconut, you want to also watch that. It'll burn pretty quick because of the sugar content. But when it's toasted, it adds such a beautiful flavor that it's just amazing in this recipe. Ooh, pops a little bit, no big deal. Alright. This is looking good. I just want to mix it for a quick second. You want to make sure it doesn't get too bubbly that it becomes a caramel, because caramel burns super fast. So that looks almost perfect. Beautiful. Alright, so coming back over here, I got a couple more add-ins before we grab our other mixture. Now, I have 1/2 cup of just some diced dried apricots. They are one of my favorite dried snacks. Sorry, my sister's about to sneeze. She's my filmer. And then I've got my cup of roasted almonds, and I went ahead and chopped those. Now you can see they're a little irregular, not all the same size. Totally up to you. I love getting those big chunks of almonds and then kind of getting a little hint of almond in other bites. So however you want to do it is totally fine. I just use a nice big chef's knife and dice those up along with my apricots. I'm also going to add in some flax. That was about a tablespoon of flax. Now, it doesn't really have any flavor, so it's not going to alter anything in your recipe, which is great, but it adds a lot of health benefits, lots of protein, some fiber, so it's a great thing. I like to add it into my baking dishes. Alright, and I think I can hear our little sauce bubbling away. Gorgeous! Nice and bubbly. You definitely want to make sure it's bubbly, because that means that everything is nice and dissolved. The sugar is going to be nice and smooth for us. So, coming over here, let's go ahead and pour this right in. Nice golden color. And I also like to add it when it's hot, because if you wait till it cools down a little bit, it's so hard to get out of the pot, and you're going to end up losing a lot of this gorgeous sugar that we work so hard for. All that right in there. Beautiful. Now, instead of using a spoon, I like to use a spatula because it helps scrape everything up off the bottom. And you want to just work in a circle, folding, grabbing some more, and folding again. And at first it might seem like some of your oats are going to end up dry, but I promise you they will be fully coated. This is just the right amount of liquid for them. This looks gorgeous. So, while I'm mixing this, let me tell you about our oven situation. We had it heated to 350 for roasting our nuts, if you had raw nuts, roasting our oats, and our coconut. However, as soon as I took those out of the oven, I went ahead and turned it straight down to 300, because baking this at 350, it's going to cook too fast, and we're going to end up with a crunchy bar instead of a chewy bar. And I'm a chewy person, so I'm going to go with that. So make sure you're getting everything up off the bottom. Gorgeous! Oh, I love seeing those big pieces of almonds in there. It makes me so happy. And now, our pan. So, This is an 9x9 pan. I've greased the bottom and then stuck a little bit of parchment in there. And I left some flax out. It's going to help us lift it right up out of the pan. Super simple. So let's go ahead and pour it right in there. Mix a little bit at the bottom. This is your chance to get it out. Oh my goodness, this looks so beautiful. And the great thing about this is there's so little sugar because we use honey, and honey's a nice natural sweetener. No preservatives, no chemicals, so it's really good for you. And this is a great snack. I love to grab it if I'm running late for school and I need to grab a quick breakfast. It's a great alternative to cereal or toast. Awesome. And now my quick trick for smoothing this out, a little bit of water on the hands. So sugar and water do not like each other very much. As you can see, nothing is sticky. And you want to flatten this out nice and even. So I'm going to keep flattening this, throw it in our oven for 20 minutes, and I'll see you back here in a second. Alright guys, so these came out of the oven. They were in there for about 20 minutes, 300 degrees. If you like them a little crunchier, I leave them in for 35 to 40 minutes. But I like mine nice and chewy and soft, and these are the perfect consistency at 20 minutes. Then I let them sit out here on the counter on this nice tray for 40 minutes or so. You want to take them out of the pan so they can really cool and let all that heat get out of there and dry up a tiny bit, because they can be a little soft when they first come out of the oven. Now I'm going to continue to let these cool for about 2 hours after this, and then you want to put them in an airtight container. 2 hours just so all the heat can get out, no moisture will stay in the container, and they'll be perfect for tomorrow morning's breakfast. So I want to give these a try. Looks so good. Perfect. I just got one of those big pieces of roasted almond, and the flavor is so beautiful. You can see this gorgeous texture from those toasted oats and the coconut. It's a perfect meal, lots of protein from the flax and the nuts. It's great. So this will make 12 really good sized granola bars, and they'll stay for about a week in an airtight container. I leave them on the counter. You can put them in the fridge, totally up to you. So I hope you guys try this recipe at home, and I hope you love it. Comment below how it turns out. Don't forget to rate, subscribe, and follow me, and I will see you next week.